We all know 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Study it. Study is a bit more involving than reading. You can read a lot of passages and not understand everything. Sometimes in studying, you may only be able to pay attention to a few lines and go from scripture to scripture, from line to line, from precept to precept, so that you can pay attention and study it. What could work for you is to have a day or two in the week that you study the Bible. You could say to yourself, I'm going to study an hour or two in a week. I'm going to study on Tuesdays, I'm going to study on Fridays or Mondays. You may not be able to do too many things, but you pay attention to the few that you are doing. Reading, you may do a whole chapter. Study, you may just be able to do one verse. But study. Many of us have been students before. You are still student. You know the difference between when you are reading and when you are studying. In fact, personally, one of the things that helps me a lot is to use audio Bible. I use audio Bible. I love it. You just play the audio. Now, audio Bible is not study. It is like reading, even though you are listening. Okay? But it's like the equivalent of reading. Because that way, you can finish the whole of Acts of Apostle in a few hours. Maybe in about 4 hours, you are done with the 28 chapters of the Acts of the Apostle. Now, if you're reading that by yourself, you won't be that fast. And what that does to you is that even though reading is likely to involve you a bit more, but with listening, what you're going to do is very quickly some scriptures you have forgotten will flash through. Oh, I've forgotten that scripture. Okay, it reminds you of things you've forgotten. And sometimes you may hear things you've never heard. You pause it, you quickly go and listen to it and all of that. Listening works well like when you need to do two things at the same time, multitask. For example, if you are jogging, it's a good time. If you're driving, it's a good time. If you are cooking, yeah. You have the audio Bible on your phone, you have a Bluetooth speaker in the kitchen, and you're playing, and before you are done with cooking, you are done with Acts of the Apostles. You are creating around yourself a spiritual environment. That environment is too hot for the devil to have a place. You are feeding yourself with the word. You are increasing the quantity of the word that you have in you.